Okay, this is what's up next. We have a spinner from Reaper Machining, and it's a little bi spinner in copper. Surprise. It's got pretty big buttons on them with little machined knobs that hold your finger really tight. And it's just a little interesting design. It kind of looks like a medieval something or other. It's got little ridges on the end of it, little cutouts inside, and it feels pretty good, although it's a little bit sharp on the edges. It's not the smoothest thing in the world. Now in the box here we have, apparently it's called the Doomsday, it says here. Body material copper, button material copper, serial number 54, button cut KC, whatever that means. And it has a test spin time. So they did a spin test on it apparently, and it got 4 minutes and 12 seconds. I'm hoping I can get more than that. We'll find out though. So we're going to try this one out next and see what kind of spin times we can get out of this. Okay, so I have the Doomsday by Reaper Machining. Got done testing it. As for the subjective scores, I gave it an appearance score of 7.5. Looks pretty good. Not fantastic, but pretty good. Feel score of 8. I think it feels really nice. It's pretty fun to play with, and it's not difficult or anything. Fairly standard little bar spinner, nothing really special, but it feels good. It's a little bit sharp though on the edges. Perceived quality, I gave it a 6.5 on that. It's not very good, unfortunately. It has a glued bearing. I did get it out, but it was glued. And the reason I got it out was because of the spin times. Got an average spin time of 3 minutes and 41 seconds, which is less than the spin time they're claiming. But what would happen was on vertical spins, it got 5 to 6 minutes spin times, but much less on horizontal. It was only getting 2.5 to 3.5 minutes horizontally. So I thought it could do a little better, but so I took the bearing out and put in one of my cheap stainless steel bearings that I know spin pretty long, and it got horizontally it got a score of 3 minutes and 41 seconds. So it's not out of line with their bearing. I had to glue it in though to get it to stay in. So I guess I'm not stuck with it. I could probably get it back out, but it's just as good as the bearing they had in there to begin with. The bearing that was in there was an all stainless steel bearing. So it didn't, I'm not sure how they got their 4 minutes and 12 seconds, but it could just be variability between spinners, unless they got it going faster than I can get it going with the air hose. So it got an overall score of 5.6, which was average, and that was mostly because of the pretty extreme variability from vertical to horizontal spins. It would have got a better score than that if it weren't for that variability. It weighs 77 grams, but a lot of that weight is the buttons. They're pretty big, heavy buttons. And It costs, this version costs $60 with copper, with a copper button, $60, and it varies a little bit depending on the material you get, both for the body and for the buttons. I think one was just $50. One version of it was just $50. So, reaper machining, little bar spinner, kind of average. Worth the money? Probably not.